This is the Artist Entrepreneur Podcast. We are your hosts, Amanda Ritchie, Noah Dock, and me, Carrie Wee. We're three artists brought together by the love of circus and dance. Amanda from the world of Cirque du Soleil as an aerial soloist. Noah, our academic, and me from the commercial dance world. This is one of the greatest jobs in the world, but it comes with uncertainty. Each episode contains insight on how to pursue art-based businesses. We'll have a variety of guests and have lively weekly Discord. Tune in every week to hear our perspectives on the minefield that is the artist's way of life. I'm living on the edge, Noah Dock. This bean. Oh, Amanda.
What do you mean you're living on? What happened?
Hey.
Hello.
What's up, you guys? I'm living on the edge. So Bean fell asleep on the couch, and I'm making the very executive decision, which I'm very 49:51 on leaving her there. Because when she wakes up in the middle of a recording, she's going to start freaking out that she's by herself. Only child doesn't do well by herself.
Fair.
So she's downstairs, sleeping peaceful. And it's like, why poke the bear? You know?
Don't poke the bear.
Don't do it. Don't poke the bear.
Don't poke
Let
the bear.
the bear sleep.
Let the bear sleep.
How are we all here on time? What the heck?
I know.
I know. I don't even know if Noah's going to make it. You look like your mountain man energy. Are you in
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm in North Hollywood. I'm just driving the truck because after I finish teaching today, I'm going to Joshua Tree for a music video shoot, and I'm lugging a bunch of furniture for that music video shoot.
What are you doing for this video?
I'm the creative director.
Fun.
Famine to feast
It's very fast. It's a very fast shift.
And I don't know if we're at feast yet, but we're
Yeah, it switches. And then it'll switch
Yes.
back. And you'll be like, what the fuck again?
Hey, it would be great if it didn't switch back. That would be sweet. If this, well, I don't think we're at feast, but if we were at famine before, we're now at like some scraps, and so I would like for the scraps to become like appetizers, and then perhaps like a whole
Yes,
meal,
and
then we could get to a
Yeah.
feast.
Yeah, absolutely. So Asa was in LA a weekend ago, and it was 106 degrees there in May.
Awesome.
Well, I guess so.
Do you guys? It was hot.
Yeah. It's been, but the weather's been bipolar though. It's been hot. It's been really cold in the mornings now, and then it gets rusty.
Okay.
You know how it is.
Well, San Antonio has decided it wanted summer because we were waiting for it, because usually it happens before now, but I am in it. It's 100 degrees and it makes everything harder. So I'm a little grumpy, but this time I took this celebrity chef's advice to just, if you have cheap white wine, just put it in ice.
Is that
Did you say put it in ice?
Yeah, Sauvignon Blanc, and just put ice
what's
in
it supposed to do? Just
Make me happy.
I thought there were like some
Water
benefits
it down.
to make me happy.
It's supposed to make it perfect, since I just bought it from the grocery store and it wasn't
I
cold.
see. I thought there were some
Make you happy.
benefits to it or something
Forget about your problems.
Forget about my problems in about 3.5 minutes versus the rest of the bottle that's in the freezer right now.
hilarious.
Oh God. I'm going to give you my update last, because after I drink a little of this, I know everybody's going to think I'm like a Friday night, like just, this is all I do, but I'll feel better in about 10 minutes. So
I support it.
I wish I could join you, but
you guys should, I mean, you don't really drink.
I
Amanda.
don't. I know. That's okay.
It's like I should just go to the fridge and get some berries and it'll be
There you
sangria.
go.
It's
Yeah.
juice.
Yeah.
It's juice.
All of it.
It's a juice.
Put it in a
like
sippy
it.
cup and then it becomes a juice.
That's right.
Yes. So Noah, you're all done with your reality show, correct?
Reality show is done.
Is it like completely so far behind you forgot it happened?
Sorta.
On to the next.
I've had a lot going on this week, so I think I've just been distracted. But I built a website
Ooh.
for my cocktail events that I host at my
Oh.
um that basically before, and I'm sort of on this kick right now, and I don't really want it to be like the main topic of conversation here because I feel like everybody's talking about this, but it's what I did this week. That's reality. Um, Before I was using a website that it's like a sign up for events, and so like you create an event and you send it to people, and the only way to make it work in the way that I wanted it to work, where like there's a certain amount of people I that can sign up, like there's only 12 seats available, you have to make it like a volunteer thing. So when people sign up, they're technically signing up to be a volunteer. And so they get like a little, donate with an Amazon thing or like whatever. And which is really great. And it's a great program, makes a lot of sense, all that jazz. But I was introduced to a program by a friend of mine that uses AI to help code a mobile app, not a mobile app, a web app. And it's infuriating. Part of it is infuriating because it's like, wow. When I look at red flags and I look at this, I'm like, wow, why did I spend all this money to, have somebody develop this thing when AI is seemingly able to do it in such a short amount of time? But it's not perfect, obviously. But I used it this week to build a website for myself and for this cocktail experience that allows me as the admin to create new events, to set a date, a time, information, a certain amount of reservations that are available, and to then share that website with people to make reservations. And they can reserve a seat. They can pay for it through Venmo or cash. They will get a, email confirmation, and it all works and it all runs. And it only took me 2 days to do it. And it was a really great learning experience for me to utilize this tool, to utilize some integrations, and to see like, I did it for two reasons. I did it, one, because I wanted a better system for my cocktail thing, but I also did it because I think it's a useful tool that I could use for red flags. I could use for various different things that I do. And it's really awesome. And the whole thing is live and it works. And I just made my next event, which is going to be May 30th and 31st. It's called C is for Cookie. And all of the cocktails are based on cookies. And you'll get a cookie with your cocktail.
That sounds delicious.
Goodness. All of these sound so
I
good.
know.
It's going to be very fun. I have I'm doing like a chocolate chip cookie espresso martini. I'm going to do a Mexican wedding cookie old fashioned. I'm going to do an Oreo cookie cocktail. So it's going to be a great event. It's going to be really cool. And now I have this whole new platform that allows people to reserve a seat, like for real. And it looks, in my opinion, pretty fucking great. And it all works, which is amazing.
Okay, let's go back to the thought you were just having. Does it make you is it making you rethink the Red Flags app process or no?
Yes and no. I think it's not going to build a mobile app yet. It's just a web app. It's not going to be able to submit to the app stores. It's not doing those things. However, there are things that I did with Red Flags that I had the development company do that this can do on its own. There are things that I didn't. One thing I actually really like about the experience that I just had was there's actually things that I want to do with red flags that I didn't necessarily know how to do myself until I just did this, which was super helpful because as I am now going into the launch of this app, I now know how to integrate the things that I already own with red flags with some of these AI tools. And yeah, it's a mix, like it's a mixed bag, right? I feel a little like, well, fuck, if this is where this is at, and it's only been a couple of years of AI, imagine what's next. Why did I, But at the same time, there were definitely moments in what I did that you need a human element. And I spoke to one of my close friends who introduced me to this thing. And he was like, and we were talking about it today. And I was like, it works, but there are parts of it that don't. And you really do need the human element to like troubleshoot and problem solve. It doesn't necessarily do that. Like I spent probably about 2 hours trying to figure something out where I was just like, this isn't working. And the AI would be like, okay, I fixed it. And then I'd try it and it wouldn't work. And the AI would be like, okay, I fixed it. The AI was fixing it. It just wasn't fixing it the right way. And so I need to figure out what the problem was and to explain it better. So it's like having a very, very smart employee.
Okay, so we can cut this out, but was it Wix by any chance?
It's called Lovable.
Okay.
Called what? I think keep it in because I'd like to know, and I'm sure people would like to know too.
Yeah, so Lovable, and I know there's a company called Wix that does kind of the same thing. I've been considering it. Wix is kind of the same,
Wix is a website company that does I guess they've integrated AI coding. Canva just integrated AI coding. It's really fascinating. It was great to learn. I'm excited to see what else I can do with it. I'm really happy with how this came out and that it works. Like all of the functionalities work. And it does require, and this is what I said to my friend, it does require a human element. It does require problem solving, and it does require knowledge of how and why things work and the willingness to like test and retest. It's not, I say this delicately, it's not idiot proof. Like you do need to be able to think through it and problem solve. It's a tool. It's it's a tool. It's not a solution.
Well, I have struggled because because my course has now been there for a couple years, and I would like to move it to a platform where it's both cheaper and it has a lot of those tools because it's kind of an old system that I have it on, not like ancient, but like a couple years. But the thing is, the way my website is laid out, there's like course levels, and I have not found anything that goes in as complexity wise. Which is why I haven't changed it. And I will change it. I'm sure there's something on the market that I haven't found yet. But that's on the horizon for me. I just haven't been able to focus on it.
Is your website under carrywee.com or is it?
No, it's wrapyourheadaroundsilks.com. And so basically, there's a front-facing website that if you're not a member, you can see everything. And then it has all the landing pages if you want to buy something. And if you're a member, there's a back-facing side where it's like you can, you can go through all of your training on the same website. And then there's the back end that I can see. Then I do all of my things on the back end. And that is a little bit more complex than what I've found with these Wix tools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or tools like that.
Yeah. This, this theoretically has the capability to make what you want. It will just take a while. Like the website I built, and I'll send it to you guys. The website I built took 2 days. Now, I spent the whole 2 days going back and forth and, troubleshooting and all this.
Right.
I have a friend who's been building a website for months with this tool. And it can get very complicated and get very in the weeds. It can get lost. It's not perfect, but it will do a lot, and it's fascinating.
I need to redo the whole website, so this is really cool information.
Yeah, and it's not insanely expensive. It works the same way as ChatGPT does, in that like you pay for the amount of prompts you can give it, basically, and you have like set free ones, right? So like I started mine by asking ChatGPT to write me a prompt for this website. Did that work? Kinda. But eventually we got there, and it's it really was a great learning experience. I'm excited to. I've had people test it. I've had people try it out, and it works.
For me, I find it recently hard to get into website mode in my brain. Mm-hmm. It's a hard mode to get into. Other modes that are hard for me to get into are like when I have to deal with my money and my taxes. Mm-hmm. That mode is really hard, and I need to get into all those modes. Editing mode, I'm kind of in all the time, so it's not hard for me to break into it. But yeah, I need to break into website mode soon, because I just, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is that I went into my back end on my website and I was looking at some of my memberships, and I'm considering getting rid of one of my offerings, and it's making me, I don't know if the word is sad, because I think that I've kind of maybe come to the arc of that project. It's just a small project in the many things that I do. But the question of like, when do you put more resources in and like really try to push it harder? And when do you say, call it quits on a small project and decide to pull like the small amount of customers you have on it who are going to be disappointed? Like that was going through my mind. I had a serious week.
What's your update? You can't say that and like pivot to me.
I was gonna say that was a really good entry point for you to tell us about your week, and Amanda's probably not gonna tell us shit anyway, so you might as well go for it.
So I was actually doing quite well compared to the last couple weeks up until this afternoon when I went in to pay some of my bills, because I basically pay bills on the 1st of the month, the 15th of the month, and on and on. And I knew how much I was spending, but I didn't really know how much I was spending. Like just to see the big numbers versus like the small numbers that add up. And it just like shot cortisol right up. Like it just stressed me out. And in the same hour, so my bean was in gymnastics. And in the same hour that I was paying my bills, I was looking at my virtual class series. And I'm starting to realize that I might need to take a break from it because it's not necessarily like working. Like my time versus how many customers versus what times I'm available versus what times they're available. And it kind of made me like for example, we just ordered our counters, and this is the most expensive thing that we're going to spend on for one thing in the house. So, it's $5,500, and that money is coming out of that particular account next week on a Thursday. And I'm just like, oh my God. So not only like am I coming to a crossroads with one of my products of many. So it's no big deal in a way if I decide to take a break from that one product out of the 6 or 7 that I have, but then just bleeding out on the other side. And this has been a while. Like, this is no news to you guys. Like, it just, there's like a fatigue to this feeling. Just like Noah was talking about when he was having rejection after rejection. It's not the first rejection. It's not the 5th. It's like the 10th and 20th and 21st. For me, it's like, okay, I can tolerate this. I can tolerate this. I can do it. And then after a while, you're like, oh my God, this is really stressing me out. So that's why I've been drinking during our recordings, because I just have to breathe, because I know I can do it. You guys help me because I talk it through like it's a therapy session, and I can totally do it. It's like 100 degrees. My bean is screaming at me from the back seat because she's hot and tired, and I'm hot and tired, and the money is not mathing. The numbers aren't mathing. And that's my story. It's not mathing today. It's mathing in the long term.
Yeah. That's the thing. Long term, you're playing the long game. You have to,
I'm playing the long game, dude.
and the long game takes time.
And it's painful in the short term. It really is. It's not like impossible, but whoo, you guys, I'm feeling it today. And that house is gonna, like, the house appreciates more than any money that I have in the bank. Same with the other house. It is worth it. It's just like, it's stressing me out. So that's where I'm at. And I also have come to the realization that one of my projects kind of has reached its arc, and I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. So,
And you've done the analytics in the sense that the clientele doesn't match the output, and the money in doesn't match the energy out. Is that correct?
It's like I've been at this particular project for a couple years, and the problem now is that the times of the classes are shifting. Like, the times of the classes aren't shifting. My life is shifting, and Bean's bedtime is shifting, and my classes at the Arium are kind of now a little too close to the time. And so, I think that if I was not, I'm not even super emotional about it. It's just I was committed and, like, what's the word? I was just like devoted to making this project work, because it is a subscription model and it is money every month. But it's not necessarily growing. And so I don't know, like, when you gave up some of your classes, weeks and months ago, whatever, how long ago that was, it's a hard decision.
Really hard decision.
Because there's always good that you're giving up, no matter what. But I told myself I'd sleep on it. Like, I kind of had this moment of thinking about it, and then I'm like, I'm not going to make any decisions rashly. I'm just gonna sleep on it, and it'll come to me. But besides that, I mean, you guys, it's totally gonna be fine, but I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm totally in it right now.
I feel ya. Is there any way for this project that you can modify it to maybe make it more worth your while, and for lack of a better term? So, like, offering something a little bit more so you can charge more, so that way there's more money coming in, even from the small clientele that you have with it?
Potentially. I think what I might do is just break for the summer, because I'm going to be out of town a lot anyway. And then kind of rebrand it a little bit to those same customers and see if they'll come back on. Because it is a good product. But when you have a subscription-based product, and I just said on the last podcast that everybody should have a subscription-based product. But depending on what it is, for the creator, you don't have any break from it. Like, that's the thing. Like, you have to be so on top of it. And it's been years that I've been very on top of it. So, that's kind of what we were talking about 2 weeks ago. It's like, there's no rest for the weary for us entrepreneurs, especially if you have, customers that are actively paying. But I have to give a contrast to my depressingness this week. So I have 2 clients that were in the studio with me last night. They're in their mid-20s, and they're both aerial students and they have these bright shining futures, but they were talking about their struggle and what they're dealing with right now. Their resumes aren't even being looked at because AI takes a look first, and then that, like the getting your foot in the door to even start a career and find out what you're good at and find out what you're going to be hired for. That sounds like it is harder than ever. And when I compare myself to them, and I'm many years older than them, and my career is much farther. Oh, is that my Bean? Bean? Oh, okay. I gotta hold on. I gotta get her. She's freaking out. Hold on.
That was funny.
So wait, your cocktail event, Noah, C is for cookies, sounds freaking delicious. It's on Saturday.
It's on Friday and Saturday. I sent you the link so you can actually. I would love for you to be there. It's cookies. It'll be. I know you're not much of a drinker, but it's great. I think it's gonna be really fun. 22
seats. You have 22 spots in your space?
It's per night. So that shows the total. It's 12 spots per night.
I see. Are you making the cookies too?
I'm not going to make the cookies. I'm discussing a potential partnership with a friend of mine who's a baker.
Ooh.
But we'll see. I kind of want to get specific cookies from specific bakeries.
Okay.
So that's been my idea, like to do like a dozen from Diddy Reese and a dozen from Great Basin Bakery in Mammoth Lakes and a dozen from Levain Bakery in, Beverly Hills or whatever, like to kind of have fun like that. But we'll see.
That's cool. No, I like that. And you can promote other small businesses. That's really cool.
I come back. Noah's back in his car. I told you guys I was living on the edge. She is so not happy right now.
Tempted fate.
Tempted fate. Noah, so are you on your way out to Joshua Tree right now?
No, I'm teaching and then I'll head out. I feel like a funny component to this podcast would be if there were visuals of like all of the different places that Amanda and I are when we do this podcast. Every episode is like, guess where they are today.
True. We're often like on your way somewhere.
You're pretty much always in your car or or like in your house. I'm always moving. I'm never just in one place.
Never.
And then Carrie's always.
And listeners, I'm on the floor of my kid's room. Amanda, did you give your update yet?
My update is still the same, unfortunately. I might be a little bit closer to being able to let it all out, but at the moment I'm still right where I was last week. So, but I'm chomping at the bit to not.
Yeah.
Is it stressing you out?
It's not stressing me out, but the longer it takes, the more worried and I guess stressed that I feel that it's like I would have liked to hit a certain timing, but I'm trying to really to really hold into that phrase of timing is everything, and if it's not right now, then that's okay. It'll happen soon. But I was really hoping to settle into a specific timing, and that didn't happen. And so now it's taking a little bit longer, which I'm learning to be okay with because I don't want to rush it because it's a big deal. Yeah.
Listeners, I feel just as lost as you guys are. Usually I know the secrets. And I don't know the secrets.
I know. But I will say if this pans out, like it'll be something that all three of us will be able to utilize at some point and sometime.
Oh my God! What a!
Now you really want to know? I know. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm so sorry. That's as far as I see. And the more like I talk, the more like, because I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is yet, the more you're gonna want to hate me about it.
Now I now I don't want to know anything until I can know everything.
Exactly.
Probably adding to my feelings,
I
right?
mean,
We can assume that that's a really strong yes on that.
you'd be weird if it wasn't.
Right. Great times, guys. So, Noah, do you have thoughts on this quagmire I have? The idea of like when to pull the plug on a small project or to like run straight at it.
My statement for you was going to be that it's a kind of a depressing topic. You know, when
Yeah.
do you
I
pull the
know.
plug? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
No, you have to weigh so much, and like the time what you're getting versus what you're giving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if I sleep on it, it's gonna feel okay.
There's the logistical questions, of course. You know, is what you're putting in it worth what you're getting out of it? You know, that's a very A-B logistical question.
Do you guys have an example of something in your life that this has happened? You have pulled the plug on it recently?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it first, so Amanda could go.
Let's talk about it first. I mean, the closest thing I have is my decision to leave my studio, one of my biggest studios. I mean, that's the closest I can think of at the moment. But my deciding factors were it's very different because that decision was me working for other people versus me working for myself.
Yes, it's a project that is just for me. Yeah.
Circumstantially, it's just very, very different. But that's the closest
Yes.
thing that I have currently that I've gone through that even resembles what you're talking about.
I think that it's also, and this is a very good cue for her being like this because it's also a realization of like, as my kid gets older, the decisions you have to make as a mom or as a parent, they change your business decisions.
I mean, being a parent in and of itself is a full-time job. Being an entrepreneur, having your own business is a full-time job. So you're having two full-time things that require all of you all of the time.
I think that perfectly added to what you were saying.
Like, I can't imagine. I'm not a parent, nor will I ever be one. So,
I mean, friends, it is worth it, but you know, there's just moments. It's just moments, and you do have to make choices in your business that you wouldn't have to if you didn't have a kid. Bean, they said you're crying too much to continue. Do you want them to go away?
I want to cry.
You want to cry? Can you calm down for 15 minutes?
No.
The no. The no. I felt the no so deeply.
yeah.
No, I can't.
No.
Well, because the whole vibe is gone. Well, I was depressing in the first place.
Well, I mean,
No, it's just part of life. I mean, you're going through it's
No, I mean, oh my God, it's just depressing in the first place. I'm glad Noah's life is looking up a little
Yeah.
bit.
let's not get carried away.
oh my goodness. Hey, your sweet retreat is coming up very soon. That's to look forward
yeah.
to.
I just set to send my first email to my clients on Monday that, let's get ready. These are the things that you have to do. And I'm kind of scared of the things that I haven't done yet. Like, look at what the hell I'm doing. What the hell I'm teaching.
Nice. Well, what is
I mean, I'm teaching all the time.
what is the retreat? What is it billed as?
It's intermediate aerial dance, silks, hammock, and
Nice.
hoop. So we're touching all the things, and it's a lot of flow that's going to happen. But there are a couple, like, these are my old clients, so I want to bring some new stuff. So I'm going to work on some stuff. I do have more studio time than I did, months ago when we talked about it. It's all right, Bean. So I'm gonna point my brain to that soon.
Yes.
I had told Noah. I'm not sure if I told you. I've solidified my workshop dates in August. Yeah, so I'm traveling through the rest of the year.
That's awesome.
You guys, I hate to do this, but I feel like we should just cut it.
Listen, the topic of, how do you know when to pull the plug? This is a real world.
It's so on point.
It's happening right now.
100%.
Do you just keep on trucking through it, like even though it's not going great?
Even if somebody's
do you pull the
screaming in
plug?
the corner, do you keep going or do you pull the plug? This is a real world example right here on the podcast.
Oh my God. You know what? I think that we can also just put it all on Amanda because she has no updates for us. I think that we'll just continually do that until she has any
Find
updates.
someone else to blame.
I know, right? We're no accountability. Jeez.
All right, say goodbye. Come here. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Did you hear this?
That
You don't like them right now?
stern as that no.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find Amanda Ritchie at Grounded in Flight on Instagram and at Noah Doc on Instagram, as well as Red Flags app. And me, Carrie Wee, you can find at wrapyourheadaroundsilks.com. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We have so much more coming at you, including guests that are in this art world, that are blazing their way through new businesses, and just more banter from us. Thank you for listening. This is The Artist Entrepreneur.